is up and welcome back to 15-Minute Burn. If you did not do last week's workout, I wanted you to know that there might be some audio issues here. My headset broke, so I'm using a lapel mic, which sometimes doesn't always do the best, especially when you're doing certain moves. So in case there is any like fuzziness or my hair swipes against it, I apologize in advance, but I do have a new mic coming in, so it should be fixed after this one. But with all of that being said, let's go ahead and jump into today's workout. Let me tell you a little bit about today's workout, okay? We are focusing on the lower body and the core. So you have 3 rounds. Now the first 2 are gonna look the exact same, okay? You have 3 moves, each are 30 seconds. You're gonna repeat them 3 times and then you get a break. Then you have the second round, same setup. Then the third round, you have 3 moves. You're only going through it twice. They are 30 seconds apiece, but they are a hold. So we're gonna be doing that move in the most contracted state and we're just holding for 30 seconds, okay? There's no rest during the rounds until you're completed with the round, all right? So without further ado, let's start this workout. All right, you're gonna go ahead and join me for a lunge twist. So go ahead and step on out. Now over the leg, I want you to twist. There you go, step it back in and repeat, twist. There you go. Now, as you're doing this move, I want you to make sure that you are not bringing your knee to the floor. You should never bring your knee to the floor during a lunge. You want it to hover just above. Bringing the knee to the floor cancels out any work, but also it can injure your knee. And for some people who don't have the greatest control over a lunge yet, it'll be a struggle to get up. And at that point, you can also risk injury to your knee and your ankles, okay? 3, 2, 1, step it out wide for me, toes are straight. We're gonna go into a side to side. There you go, nice and deep, making sure you're not rolling up on those ankles, all right? We don't wanna injure them. We don't wanna put stress on them or that knee. All right, we're gonna be doing a plank to a down dog next, okay? 2, 1, so go ahead, just walking on out, come into that high plank position. From here, you're just gonna push up into a down dog, come back down to a plank. Now, the thing that I want you to make sure that you're paying attention to is when you are coming back into that plank, don't let your hips just drop and use them to swing you up. I want you to make sure that you're controlling that motion and then you're pushing up. Let your abs control and stop. Let them fight gravity, all right? 3, 2, 1, go ahead and stay in that plank. All you're gonna do is step a leg out, come into the runners. I want you to just twist, come back down, step it back, and switch. Twist, step it down, and switch. That's all you got, all right? There you go. Nice and easy. Getting a good rotation in there. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, what I want you to do now, grab your water, grab your weights, grab a towel, grab whatever you're gonna need. You have a 60-second break, okay? So I'm gonna talk through round 1. We have a squat to a curtsy lunge, okay? You will hold weight for it, but I'm gonna show without. So for this move, all you're doing, you're going into a squat. I'm gonna show you without weight. Squat, step up, step back at that angle. I'll show you from a different angle here. Step back up, repeat. So from full on, squat, step it back at an angle, come down and up and repeat. You're gonna switch legs every time, okay? Then you have a plank leg lift. So we'll be coming down, hands underneath your shoulders. Your gaze is 3 to 5 inches in front. Right here, leg lift. Not high, all right, for 30 seconds. Then after that, you're gonna have a lateral bear, okay? You're gonna move about 2 to 3 times, okay? It's up to how much room you have. So you're coming into that bear, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. You lift up, you're just gonna step to the side, all right? 2 to 3, go the other direction. We have 10 seconds, okay? So for the squat, you can use 1 weight here, 1 weight here, depending on which side you're going on, and then switch it, or you can use 2. It's up to you, all right? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Give me a good squat, then step it back, curtsy, okay? Give me another good squat, and you're gonna step back to the other side, curtsy, okay? Now I'm gonna talk through some form, so I want you to keep going for me, okay? So for the squat, chesties up, core is nice and engaged, all right? When you stand, you do want to squeeze your glutes, but don't thrust under, okay? As you step back, toes are forward, coming down and up, all right? Go into that plank, 3, 2, 1, come on down for me. High plank, right here, and lift. Now, the reason you don't want to lift high is because when you start to kick high, what happens is your low back's gonna arch. It's gonna kick on your low back to do the work instead of your glutes, okay? We're trying to get the core and the glutes, all right? 3, 2, 1, come to that lateral bear. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, pop it up, walk for me. 2 or 3, it's up to how much room you have. Now, if you're like, I can't move right now, that's too much, that's okay. You can either A, just hold, or do mod to full, okay? Work up to it over time, okay? We're gonna go back to the squat curtsy. I'm gonna talk through some more form, okay? 3, 2, 1, give me that squat, give me that curtsy. Now I'm gonna talk through some form. When it comes to the curtsy, you're stepping back at an angle. Now, depending on how far out you step, it's gonna depend on how much muscle you work and which muscle gets worked the most. So, the thing with how far you step back, and this exercise, I don't really have a preference for you. I want you to pick however far works for you and your level of fitness, okay? We're going on to that plank in 3, 2, 1, come on down. Give me that lift. Now, to modify this, you're coming down, lift. All right, lift. Just like this. You can even just extend the leg out, lift and down. But the thing is, if you extend out, know that you probably get that low back fired on just a little bit more. So pay more attention to that if you do extend out. 3, 2, 1, bear. Give me those lateral steps. Make sure your back is flat, okay? I do not want you to round. I don't want you to arch. I don't want you looking back at your feet, okay? Keep your knees underneath your hips. We'll have the tendency to creep them up or creep them back. Keep them underneath. Last round is coming up. Squat curtsy. 3, 2, 1, squat, curtsy. Let me talk more about that. Like I was saying the last round, I don't have a preference on how far you go, okay? What I want you to make sure that you're paying attention to is, do I have enough strength to step this far out, or is right here where I need to be right now? Focus on that. You're switching, remember? So focus on what works for you, okay? Last plank leg lift is coming up in 3, 2, 1. Let's go right here. Give me that nice leg lift. That core is in tight. Now, if you are a woman who is postpartum, once postpartum, always postpartum, if you are doing this move, I want you to stop. Look in a mirror, record yourself or something. Do you have any bulging or coning in that midsection? If you do, I want you to not do this move, okay? I want you to come down to tabletop and you're just gonna extend here. But I want you to really engage that core. Bear, let's go. Right into it. You get a break after this. Your back stays flat. Your gaze is 3 to 5 inches in front. All right. You're keeping your knees underneath your hips. Your core is in tight. Don't let it go, okay? Especially if you are postpartum. Don't let it go. In 3, 2, 1, relax. All right. You have a 60-second break. Next round, same setup, 3 moves, 30 seconds each, no breaks, repeat 3 times. Your first move is a staggered RDL. So you're going to be working one leg primarily. It's gonna have a slight bend in it, okay? The other, just slightly behind. You're really honestly resting on those toes, okay? You're gonna have your weight in the opposite arm, coming down that nice RDL form, okay? Hinging at the hips. We will get the other side on the next round, and then I will tell you how we're splitting it for round 3, okay? But then after that, you're gonna have a row back to 2 in and out. So you're coming down to the ground, all right? You're gonna have your legs either down or up. You're gonna have a row back, in and out, all right? We're gonna start with that staggered RDL. I'll tell you more about the third one here soon, okay? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now, roll that shoulder back and down. Make sure it's not leaning forward. Don't let your body twist, okay? Keep it straight, core is engaged. Push your hips and glutes back as you come down, working that leg, all right? Modification, drop weight, or do it without weight, or limit the range of motion, okay? 3, 2, 1, come on down for those row backs, okay? Now you're gonna be working both sides. So all you're gonna do is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Modification, feet down, 1, 2, and then place your hands down, in and out. Now I'm gonna talk about move 3 because that's coming up real quick. You're going back into a bear and we're gonna be extending our legs, okay? 3, 2, 1, come here into this bear, just like you did the first round. Push up, extend, and in. Now, if you need to modify, go back down and then come back up, extend the other leg. If you don't need to modify, I want you to stay right here. Just stay right here. Core is in tight. You bring your knees right back underneath your hips, okay? That staggered RDL is coming up in 3, 2, 1, other side, all right? So like I was saying, the working leg, slightly bent, roll your shoulder back and down, don't let it come forward, core is in tight, push your hips back as you hinge forward, coming up. It's as if you're getting karate chopped right at your hips, okay? Right there, nice and easy. Don't let this come forward, okay? Core is in tight, row backs are coming up. 2, 1, let's go. 2 and 2. Now I'll show you more of the modification. I just want to make sure that I could show that bear since it was coming up. Modification for the row back. Feet down, 1, 2, and you can either go 1, 2, or place your hands 1, 2. All right, now for the row back itself, you are leaning back as if you're rowing an oar, okay? We have that bear coming up. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now, the modification again for this, you start in your base position. You're gonna kick up, kick out, in and down. If that's still too much, go ahead, lift up, tap back, bring it in, down. So you're not lifting up, okay? Again, if you don't need to modify, stay up, all right? 3, 2, 1, give me a good RDL. Both legs right here and up, all right? So if you're holding one weight, that's fine. Keep it with one weight if you don't want to go to 2. Remember, you're hinging, so your hips and your glutes are going back. Nice neutral spine. No rounding, no arching. All right, core is in tight as you come down, letting the weight travel. All right, 3, 2, 1, give me those row backs. All right, have that oar, row it back, come on up, row it back, come on up. Give me those in and outs. If you want to challenge, grab a weight, use it as an oar, okay? 2, 2, 2, 2. Well, I guess 1 and 2, not 2, 2. And then 2 on this side as well, all right? Your rest is coming up. 3, 2, 1, 60 seconds. Now let me tell you about this last and final round, okay? I know I already explained it a little bit, but there are gonna be moves that you've seen, and we're gonna hold them in the most contracted state, okay? Move 1 is gonna be in staggered RDL. We're going to hold for 30 seconds on one side, move on to the next move on to the next move, and then when we repeat for the second time, we'll get the other leg, okay? The second move, you have 30 seconds by the way, is going to be a plank. Then we're going into that bear, okay? It's 30 seconds. I want you to challenge yourself. There are 2 rounds. See if your second round can beat your first, okay? You have 15 seconds. So grab that weight. All right, remember, I want you to make sure you're rolling your shoulder back and down. The hinge is a basic movement that we do every single day, okay? So it's really important that you work this motion, okay? 3, 2, 1, get that staggered stance, roll your shoulders back and down. Let's come on down, load up that leg. Make sure you're hinging, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to make sure that your weight isn't coming down. Roll that shoulder back and down, hinge back, push your glutes back. Push your glutes back. You should feel it right in here, right in here. I want you to challenge yourself. Your core is engaged, your back is flat. 3, 2, 1, drop the weight, come on down, high plank. Hands underneath your shoulders, your glutes are tight, you're zipping your thighs together, okay? Core is in tight. Your gaze is 3 to 5 inches in front of your hands. The weight is over your hands. Don't shift it back, okay? No arch, no dipping, no rounding, modification. You're right here. We have the bear coming up in 5, okay? Keep breathing for me. Here we go, 2, 1. Bring it down, get set and lift, okay? Hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. You're only lifting up a couple of inches. Sorry, if you need to, drop down, come right back up. Try and hold as long as you can. Back is flat. A lot of people will start to do this, all right? Nice and flat, weight is over your hands. Gaze is in front. We're gonna go back to that staggered in 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Try not to get up early, okay? Here we go. Shoulders back and down. Other leg. Other leg. There we go. Get nice and set up. Shoot those hips back. Don't let it come down. Keep it nice and up. There you go. Good job. You're holding all of the weight. You're squeezing this glute with it, okay? It's trying to stabilize you. This is just here for a little support. 2, 1, relax. Come on down, high plank. We're holding right here. Stay here with me. Zip together, zip together. If you need to, you're down here, but nothing changes with the form except your knees down, okay? So your glutes are still tight, your thighs are still tight, your core is still tight, the weight is still over your hands, your gaze is still in front, you're not pushing up, you're not dropping low, okay? Bear, 2, 1, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, lift up slightly and hold. This is the last move. So what I want you to do, challenge yourself. Can you stay here longer than you did the first time? I know you can. I know you can. Stay here with me. Do not give up on yourself. No, you can do it. You can do it right now. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here. Relax. That's it. You did it. You just completed this workout, okay? It's 15 minutes. I know that can be easy for some, but I know that can also be challenging for some. So what I want you to do is 1, 15-minute workouts are too easy. Challenge yourself with how can I make it harder? Can I advance a move? Can I add more resistance? Can I add a band plus weight? Can I do something full out for longer? Can I go faster? What can I do to make it more challenging? If it is hard, I want you to keep fighting. Do not be afraid to modify. Do not be afraid to take breaks that you need to take. Listen to your body. Challenge it, but listen to it. And then the next time, see if you can go a little bit longer. See if you can take less breaks. See if you can lift more weight or use a different resistance band. Challenge yourself. No matter where you're at in your fitness journey, challenge yourself. That's when you're gonna see difference, okay? So with that being said, I will get you into that cool down. If you need to go ahead and go, feel free to go. Just please try and cool down before you sit down, okay? So we're gonna do a figure 4 standing up. If you need to, go ahead and use a chair or a wall or something. You're just gonna cross your legs here and you're gonna come on down. A nice, good sit, just like this. Good breathing, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Just remember, with every workout, short, long, doesn't matter, bring everything that you have, everything. And know that your best is going to look different day to day, okay? Go ahead and switch for me. It's really going to look different day to day, okay? There we go. There are gonna be some days where you're like, man, I have so much energy, I can go all out, this is awesome. And some days where you're like, I don't wanna do this. I don't have the energy for that. I have goals, so I'm gonna stay here, and I know why I'm doing this, so I'm gonna keep going. It's going to look different. But as long as you're not quitting on yourself, okay? That's what's huge, that's what's important. And relax for me, stand up. Awesome job. Go ahead and come on down. Get a nice, good stretch in those hamstrings. If you want, you can place your hands underneath your feet and pull. So get a nice, good stretch in your back as well. You can relax and go back to those hammies. Pull, get that nice, good stretch in there. And relax, those hammy stretch. Awesome job. Walk your feet out just a little bit for me. Come over to one side. Make sure that your feet are forward. Make sure that you're not rocking on your ankles. All right, come on over to the other side. A lot of times you'll see people who will tend to do this, and I don't want you to do that, okay? That's actually placing a lot of stress on your ankle, the tendons in there, the ligaments in there, as well as your knee. And that can actually make them pretty weak and put you at more of a risk for injury. So I don't want that to happen to you. All right, walking in. I'm gonna count you up, so I want you to really roll through your back for me, okay? And don't forget about that neck. Come up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice shoulder rolls back for me. There you go. And forward. Awesome job. You did so good. Awesome job. And relax. Okay. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for staying till the end, listening to me talk and yammer. But if you still need a stretch, obviously feel free to stretch some more. Definitely listen to your body, stay hydrated, and I hope to see you right back here for our next workout together, where I'll have my new mic and it should sound a lot better. But with that being said, I will talk to you very soon.